Perfect timing. There's the leaf blowers. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Freelance Diva. Did you all have a lovely solar eclipse day? I'd say the universe put on quite a show. So I have a makeup look today, one that I've already filmed once. This is my everyday makeup look, and you think that I would be able to just do it and not have a big problem. But yeah, I filmed this once, and it looked awful. So I'm going to try it again. We're going to start. I've prepped my skin already. I've already got my sunscreen on. And it's going to be hot today. 90 degrees is predicted. Sun's not out yet, but it's still pretty early in the day. So I'm going to go with what I usually wear when it's sunny, and that is the Jane Iredale Pure Pressed Foundation in Fawn. It's a mineral foundation, but it has an SPF 20 certified. So it's good to have a little extra protection over the SPF 30 sunscreen that I wear on a daily basis. This has a medium to light coverage. You can build it. I've never had an issue. Yeah, the 1960s called and wants its hair back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Oh, by the way, before I forget, see these teeny little hairs right here? Know the hair oil, the DIY hair oil that I've been using? It's been a few months, and I'm finally seeing these tiny, tiny little hairs coming in all around my hairline. Especially right here. There, I used to have a widow's peak. Well, that came back right away. But now hairs around it are starting to fill in. So, yay! I'm very happy. All right, so back to the Jane Iredale. So yeah, it has a mineral foundation, but it also has little extra ingredients in it for skincare. And then because I'm going to be in the car today, we're just going to go right down here for extra protection on the neck. All right. I'm going in with my Well People Bio Correct Concealer. Just a teeny little bit of this is all you need. About like that. And yeah, I brought my dark circles to the party today, so let's see if we can get rid of those. Also a little bit of discoloration on the side of the nose from wearing glasses. But I find that this concealer is very easy to work with. I use my fingers to just pat it in where I want it. And set it and forget it. I'm going to use setting powder from Silk Naturals. I'm almost out of this, so I'll be needing a new setting powder, and I think I'm going to try the Well People next. This is their Tinted Blur. I'm going to add a little bit of this to the tip of the nose and around in this area too, because I tend to get a little shiny. So I'll just help it. All right, next I'm going to use this Jane Iredale bronzing palette. I'm going to use this to bronze. You can use it to highlight and as blush. So I'm going to use it as bronzing and blush. And for bronzing, I'm going to use this brown shade right here. This has shimmer in it. So I tend to only use this around this time of year simply because I don't want too much shimmer. I just want a little bit of warmth on the face, and I'm putting this on the high points of the face. And I just use my, like I flatten out my brush like that. So I flatten out my brush like this just to get it to fit into those little squares. And maybe on the bridge of the nose. And that's just to give a little extra dimension to the face. And then as far as blush, we'll just put that on now because I'm in the same palette. And this is just a light pink. So I'm going to the police station today to settle a traffic ticket, so pray for me. A parking ticket, actually. But fortunately, I'm going to the El Segundo PD, not LAPD, which would be a nightmare of crowds and no parking. And so that's good. So when I'm doing an eye look for every day, I try to just stick with one palette. And of course, the palette of choice will be the Everyday palette from Jane Iredale. I'm going to start with that middle shade and use that all over the lid. I also like to take it right up into here for a transition shade. And then lightly, I'll use the darker brown shade in the corner. So there we go. And in the crease. Feeling a little purple today, so I'm going to take this, this is just a lilac shade from Mother Bear's Handmade, and do that right here, inner corner, just for a little extra fun color. And I'm going to go over everything. Just going to wipe off this brush a little bit and just kind of blend everything in so that it looks more seamless, more natural. And then I'll do a little bit of highlighting just here under the brow bone. Usually I skip this, but I think it needs it today, especially since I'm going to plead my case for before the authorities. I'll let you know how it turns out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Eyebrows. I'm using one thing. This is the Honest Beauty Brow Filler. All right, here we go. I find that I can shape and fill in with this. And I seem to have less gray hair, so I'm not worried about covering them too much, but I am worried about kind of evening out the shape of my brows because one is higher than the other, and this gives me a lot of precision and a lot of control. Well, this is going along much better than the last time I did this video. So far, so good. I'm going to use my Zuzu Luxe. Here's where things could really go off the rails, but I don't think they will. Liquid liner. I'm not doing a wing or anything. I just want a really thin line to highlight the upper lid. So let's get that on really fast. I hope you can see. If not, I'm just putting a really thin line right at the lash line. Looking at this makeup and this lighting today, it's kind of overcast, but this Jane Iredale is really just glowing. At least my skin is glowing through this makeup, or the makeup is glowing and my skin is glowing. I'm not sure which, but if this foundation, if you find your foundation is a little too glowy, you can always just do a light dusting of setting powder over it to kind of calm that down, but I think I'm going to leave this as it is for right now. Underneath the eye, since I use purple on the lid here, I'm going to go underneath with this purple from Honest Beauty. I think this color is called Truly Purple. And then smudge it out a little bit. For mascara, I've been using, this is almost done. This is the Organic Wear from Physicians Formula. And this has been kind of my go-to everyday mascara. That's 2 coats. And so for lips, I have been loving Pinky Coral, and this one is from Mineral Fusion. This color is called Exotic. And yeah, you can see it's flat. I've been using this. I already had on a little lip balm before I started. It's still there, but not a lot, so. And then in Lisa Eldridge style, I'm going to take this Milani lip balm. I don't do this every day, but I think it needs it today. This is lip liner in red. And I just like to blend that in to help define. The outside of the lip. And we are all done. And just in time, here comes the garbage trucks. It's trash day. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already so you won't miss my next video. And in the meantime, everybody take care, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye! Oh, and all info about all the products that I used will be linked below. Bye!